Well, welcome everyone to the Lunchtime Vibe Check-in. First time we're doing it at the Melbourne time. I mean, usually I'm a Melbourneite, but I am in New Zealand for a little bit longer. Thank you everyone for joining us. We got an awesome sister in the house. We go way back from the beginning of, yeah, just from when you were young in West Auckland and then seeing your journey as a young businesswoman
So
in
yeah,
Melbourne.
welcome.
Then tell us who you are and, for anyone that doesn't know you, what
Mm,
you're about. So welcome.
Hi, Marion. Dr. Marion. Hi everyone. My name is Mavaega. No one knows that, so I think people are gonna know that soon because I keep introducing myself now as Mavaega. But yeah, Mum had to shorten my name at school because no one could pronounce it, so everyone knows me by. But I think I should tell people that my real name is actually Mavaega. That is my grandmother's name, my dad's mother's name.
Nice. Hey,
Yeah.
and how you make me feel bad because my surname is Muli Almasiali'i, and growing up in school way, people used to make fun and shorten the name. So Dr. M is kind of strategic, but I
Yeah.
love Mavainga, and today's Matariki in New Zealand, so I think it's
Yeah.
awesome when we talk about identity, when we talk about the origins of our name. So thank you for sharing that. You run Lashfix Beauty Bar. Like, I want to talk about how it's changed over time, eh? And the last time we did a live was during the lockdown, and you guys had to pivot, eh?
Yeah.
So, whatever comes to mind, I think it's really cool for people to see the progression. And I know that you guys are all about empowerment externally and internally. So yeah, just a few thoughts around what's changed since COVID and where you are now.
What's changed since COVID? So, I'm not working as much like in the salon. So I was lashing like the craziest hours. But since COVID, I've really had to like really think about why we started the business. So, when we started the business, we always talk about our family. But I felt like during when we first opened, I was just like working so much that I wasn't even seeing my family. So during COVID, when everything got like everything was shut down, I was just like, okay, now my family's here. I'm actually enjoying this, and how do I keep doing this when things start opening up? So that's changed a lot. So for myself and Amma, we work around our family now. We're working smarter, not harder. So it's been really good. We're so much happier. Um,
Mm.
yeah.
You guys look
I
happier.
think the hardest thing was knowing where to invest our money because we weren't like, we were service-based industry, so that's how we made our money. So now we have
Mm.
all these ideas, and the ideas are good, but how do we fund those ideas?
Yeah,
We were like, let's
yeah,
do this, let's do that. We're like, wait, where's the do that? And then when we did get money in, it's like, should we invest it in that, or should we be a little bit more careful because we just didn't know when we were going to open again. So um,
yeah,
yeah, that was probably the hardest part, like just trying to make money in a different way.
yeah,
Uh, we're so used to lashing. So what happens is, like in the service-based industry, people come in, get the service, and then they pay. So we were getting money like daily, whereas like during like we're just waiting. It was just
yeah,
would buy all this product, and then would have to like advertise it. The first round of COVID was okay because like everyone was like supporting. Everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, yes, we got to support the businesses," and then they were
yeah,
buying stuff. And then once everyone that our true supporters bought our stuff, like we're kind of like, okay, so who else is out there that could buy it? And that's when it really
yeah.
got like trying to reach a new um
Target audience, yeah,
yeah, yeah. So that
yeah,
was hard. It was so hard to stay motivated as well. So it was like,
yeah.
oh my gosh, because what we knew before was totally like totally different. Like how I knew how to make money before was just like so different. So that was hard, and trying to yeah, just trying to keep myself
Did you
motivated up.
and did you come close to wanting to give up? And like, what kept you going? Because obviously you didn't.
Yes, like all the time. I was just like, oh my gosh, like I don't know how many times I want to post about my products. Are people getting sick of it? Like, you kind of
Yeah.
like, um, I did want to give up. Like I would say, oh, you know what? Stuff it. I'm just gonna find a job. Like I need money right now. But it was actually my husband. It was Mass. He was just like, no, you can't. Like you can't give up now. You guys have done so well. This is not
Mm.
forever. Just keep going, babe. Don't worry. I'll work. I'm working, but just keep going. Like he just didn't want us to give up on Lashfix because he knows how hard we've worked. And I couldn't give up because it's me and my sister too. So I was like, if I'm giving up, I'm giving up on her. So I was like, oh, I gotta keep going.
Yeah, I think the dynamic duo you and Amma are like obviously people will go, how cool to work with your sister, but when is it not cool? You know, when is it not cool? Is it that when you go to try get your dress that you want to wear and she's wearing it, you know, because you went in your cupboard? Like, what are the things between you two that's not so cool?
Um, yeah, no, like because it is cool, but sometimes it can get quite like with people that you work with, sometimes you hold back and you won't
Yeah,
you know, like you try and think, oh, I don't want to hurt their feelings, but when you're sisters, you don't care. You just say whatever,
yeah,
cut each other,
yeah.
and then I think during COVID was one time when we weren't talking for almost 2 weeks. Like, um, and then our parents were like really angry at us. They were like,
Yeah.
talk to each other, like blah blah blah. I was like, no, like I think as we don't live together anymore, so I was at my house and I didn't come over that whole time because yeah, I was like, I can still go there because that's my place to work. Like we're trying to
Mm.
product, so I was still coming over. But I didn't come for like almost 2 weeks. I was like, oh, stuff it.
And that's real, eh? And I think that's just real, eh? Do you think though it's brought you guys closer though?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Because we fight, we say stupid things, but then at the end of the day, we remember why we started this business, and that it's our family. So, um, but we give up on like each other, and we give up on our family. So there's no option. Like we just got to keep going. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Amma said that was her most peaceful week. And I'm sure you were praying for her while you were in your own home, fasting for her. You know, just talking about family, eh? Like how important has your family been? Because you kind of like you're saying, I want to work around my family. That's a dream, right? That like some people can't even see that far. So
Mhm.
how important has your family been to getting you guys where you are?
Really important. Without our family, we wouldn't be where we are because they're the ones that believed in us first. Like before
Yeah.
anyone Lashfix was, they were the ones that were backing us from the beginnings.
And just going back to your business model, right? Because you guys were service based, people were coming in, and then you pivoted and you went online, and that continues. Like, has that increased in terms of the work you're doing online? And are
Uh,
you still and you're back to service now? So what does your business model look like now?
yeah, we did try the online training, but we found that
Hmm.
uh, it, it's so hard to train online.
Yeah,
Uh, there have been students that we did train online. So when we do run another class in, say, Auckland or Brisbane, they
yeah,
will that class. Because I just feel like they need that hands-on, they need that face-to-face training. I
yeah,
when it comes to learning eyelash extensions, I think the only time you should do an online course is when you're doing like a refresher. If you've already
yeah,
been in person training before, you should you that's when I think, yeah, cool, they'll be okay to do like a refresher or like another class
yeah,
online. But when you're learning something like that for the first time, like you really need to do face to face. You need to ask questions. You need to see it live,
yeah,
and live models and have someone there to like help guide you.
yeah,
Um, so we haven't really pushed much of the online since we opened up again. So now we're
yeah,
doing the face training. We will do. We've been doing more like we're doing like workshops and stuff. But we have been talking about recording all our training and workshops for people that have trained somewhere else and want because we always get that all the time. People will message us and go, oh, I did an online training, or I trained somewhere else and I feel like I didn't, confident. When are you guys going to do online again? So that's
Yeah.
really need to look into, because it does
Yeah.
cost money to do all of this stuff. So we're just trying
Yeah.
to put for that, yeah. But our face to
Yeah.
is going really well. So a lot of people have been reaching out saying that now they don't want to do online. They actually want to come in and learn. So
Yeah. Yeah. It's better, eh? Like, so, I'm gonna send you a gun when it comes in person. You know what's uh, really obvious to me is how you and Amma have grown in confidence. So remember when we did your launch, right? And then had the privilege of coaching you guys through just a few, I guess, confidence, and then also workshopping your business schedules and stuff. And how, yeah, you guys have come a long way. So, you know, because I think this will lead into the ball. So you guys are like, you, honestly, I know you didn't like to talk, and then now, you know, comments saying that you're really gun in person because you had to be in front. So, you know, what made you find the courage and the confidence to do what you're doing now, and what was the hardest thing for you?
I think a lot of it was also COVID as well. Like, you know, with service-based industry, we had people coming in, and I was like, I was okay with talking to clients because it wasn't like I was looking at them face to face. Like they'll come in, they lie down, they've got their eyes closed the whole time. So I'm
Yeah.
like talking like that. But if you were to take your the pads off and look at me, I'll be like, okay, we're finishing. Get out. So that was actually really good for my confidence. And then coming into lockdown, Emma was like really annoyed with me. She was be like, you have to can you post more stories of your face, like actually
Mm,
talk about the product? And I'm like, I don't want to talk about the product. And then and
mm,
I was doing that, I thought, I'm the reason why we're not where we need to be, because I'm not stepping up. And that's why I was
yeah.
like, I really need to get over myself, because
Yeah.
family depend on me, and like, you know, the business depends on me, and if I'm not doing what I need to do, we're not going to get there. Like, so
Yeah.
I'm just like, you know what, I have to be someone that that I would, when I think about, like, and I see, like, so like you, like, for example, like, I'm like, I want to be like Marion. I always say that to Emma. I want to be like Marion. I love how she's just so confident. She's so strong. And I'm like, I can, like that. You've said it to me like all the time. You say you can do it. So I
Yeah.
just have to get out of my own way. And
What a compliment. Thank you. Because you are doing it. And what for me was, like I say, you own your vibe, and I feel like you found your vibe. And, you know, your vibe is about your vision, also understanding, you know, how do you present yourself in a way that you're comfortable with.
mhm.
And it's just about clear communication, eh? So you are doing it. And I just noticed you and Amma on TikTok, and then more of the reels, and I know how huge that was for you guys. But it's like anything, if you do what you've always done, you would get what you've always got. And so you obviously had to change it up.
Mhm.
And like, how is that? What's changed now from doing that? What has been the benefits?
Um, more opportunities have like opened up. I think there was a week where we were kind of slow in the salon, because I only worked
Hmm.
day only lash Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and our bookings were a little bit slow. Everyone was getting sick, and I thought, you know what? Like, I'm so used to people finding us online and then just booking in, and I thought, okay, people our regulars are sick. How do we reach a new market? And I was like, that's it. I said to Amma, let's go to Werribee. Like, let's go to the main strip and let's go introduce ourselves to different businesses. And I
Mm.
never want to do that before. Like, there's no way. I'd rather just like sit at home, um,
Yeah.
jump onto Instagram, put a filter on, and talk on there, and then, you know, see me in real life. I'm bloody mouse. And I thought, I can't live, like, I can't do that anymore. If I really want to scale and grow, I need to be someone that is confident. I need to be someone that can walk into a store and say exactly who I am and what we do. So that Thursday we went in and we like met so many different business owners. It was so crazy because I've walked down that strip a lot, And I didn't realize how many young people are now opening up their own businesses, and they're like really cool spaces too.
Oh,
Yeah, I usually hide behind Amma as well, but I think I just like pretty much cut her off. She was like talking, and then I'll be like, just like talking as well. So, um, yeah, I just can't, like, when I think about it, I'm like, man, I can't believe that's what, that's how easy it is. Like, you just have to start, just do it.
yeah,
And I was thinking,
yeah.
I went home and I said to Mass, oh my gosh, babe, guess what? I went into these restaurants and I said, and he was like, you did that? Because he's like, he's a social butterfly. So I've been looking at people that I want to be like I want to be like
Mm,
you, Mary. I want to be like my husband. Like they just don't really, they don't care about what people will think or like, and it's all in your head. So yeah,
yeah,
that's what's
so good. It's such a good to hear you say that, because I think people just think you got it all when you wake up and you have this Lashfix sign, eh? But there's so much more to it. And speaking of not caring about what people think, what's it like been putting yourself out there and you just get trolls in your comments? And like, how do you deal with the negative attention when you're trying to do something that is good for everyone?
You know what? I'm just like, man, I've got bills to pay. I don't care about you guys. So I'm just like, nah, whatever. And honestly, that's all. I just have, when things like that happen, I'm like, oh, it doesn't matter. They're irrelevant. Like, I don't care about them. Like, I just think about this, like what I like said earlier. I need to think about where we need to be and how we're going to get there. And if I'm not in the right mind space or headspace, if I'm not becoming the person that I need to be, then we're not going to get there. So I just have to repeat that over and over again.
Yeah, it's so good. I think the key thing is about, and someone's written out breaking down those mental barriers. And you know how people say that we are our own worst enemy, but we've been gifted with a mindset that can be changed over time. And often it is about repeating, like I always talk about your own your vibe mantra. So, you always have, whether it's a Bible verse or something like, I got things to do, bless them, but I can't be stuck here. So that's really good.
So the ball, Amma, I think we went to, I think, I can't remember what event we went to. We've been to a few events and we've always wanted to, and whenever we throw our own events, we always get good feedback. We always get people say, oh my God, that was so cool. So Amma was just like, oh, I really want to throw an event. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. And then I said to her, why don't you make it a ball? And we just manifested it from there. And I just like got on the phone and actually messaged a few like different people to speak at our ball. A lot of
Yeah.
people seen. So and I think that's another thing too. Like when you reach out to other businesses and they leave you on scene, it's one of those things. It is what it is. You just got to keep going until someone says yes.
Mm,
I remember my cousin said that to us one time. My cousin Mick, he said that for their organization, they had like I think they had no budget for a speaker, and they asked so many different speakers. A lot of these people charge a lot of money to speak at.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
an event, and and then one person finally said yes, and the person that said yes I think charged the most, so and they did it for free. So
Wow.
and so I said to Emma, who cares, let's just like look at who we want at the ball, look at what we want to talk about, the different topics that we want to talk about, and we'll just message different people. If they leave us on scene, who cares, they will be sorry. We just keep.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was so happy that everyone that did come, they walked away um, uh, with their cups full. Like everyone was just so happy that
Yeah.
there's even our speakers got some leads there. Everyone was mega.
Nice.
I'm actually really happy that we did like it was quite a small intimate group because everyone got to like mingle and mix.
So, just talk about what's coming up for Lashfix. Any traveling to do some training, anything online that people need to be aware of?
Yeah, so we're actually back in Auckland in August. So there
Woohoo!
that have been messaging for training in August, make sure you jump on. Like, honestly, jump on. You just got to do it. You got to do it, and then you stay in it, stay consistent, practice. And I say this to my students all the time. Like, you're not going to get anywhere if you don't message me for help. Like, message any of us. Like, you know, you just got to message if you're struggling and you're stuck. You got to message, because it's the only way you're going to learn. We have girls in our group that are doing so well. In our training group, we have like a private, once you join up to train with us, you get access to our private Facebook group where we post a lot of our videos, tutorials on there. You got 24-hour support. Like, seriously, you can call me at 3 a.m. and I'll answer. That's just how that's how I'm is. Like, that's who we are. We don't just train you and leave you and hope and don't care about you. We're on this journey with you.
Nice. Awesome, Vena. And the final question I ask everyone is, what's your advice to help people own their vibe, that you can take from your own story?
My advice is really think about where you want to be in the future. So I think about that every morning. I'm like, okay, I need to make X amount so that I can do these things with my kids, or also even like lately I've been thinking about retirement. So I'm like, I'm only 34, but I'm like, okay, I can't keep doing lashes until I'm like 5. I need to think about where I need to be, how much money I need to retire on. So if you think about those things, you need to start working now. So that's how you just get out of your own way and just go and do it.
Awesome. I can see you should be booked for some motivational speaking gigs, sis. That was awesome. Thank you for spending time with me today. This is Lunchtime Vibes. We do it every Friday, just talking to ordinary people doing extraordinary things. If you know someone that might want to join us with a salon, or get your name out there, get your business out there, and really just show people what you're about, and then DM me. Or if you're too scared and you know Vena, contact her and she'll connect us. That's it. Happy matariki to all of our New Zealand crew and all our Aussie teams. Really good to see everyone. God bless and your vibe. Bye, Vena. Bye, everyone.